Hello, my name is Esther, and I am part of the BEDA team. In this video, we are going to give you some general information about the BEDA program. What should you know before the interview? Well, first of all, we would like to remind you to watch all the videos and read the frequent asked question document that is in our website before the scheduled interview. When we send you an email informing you that you have been selected for an interview, an attachment with some interview question will also be provided in that email. If you don't receive that attachment, please contact us. Make sure you read all the interview questions, but prepare one. The interviews can be done online or in person. In person will be only for candidates already in Madrid. Most likely, it will be a group interview. Group interviews will take anything between 1 and 2 hours, so please plan accordingly. An individual interview won't take more than 20 to 30 minutes. If you are not available at the time for the interview, contact us as soon as possible. We will try our best to reschedule your interview, but unfortunately, due to the large number of applications we receive every year, this is not always possible. So keep that in mind. If you would like to reschedule the interview, we will let you know to contact at a certain time, at a later date. We will let you know when we may have more flexibility to reschedule that interview if possible. Usually, we will let you know to contact us a month after your scheduled interview was going to be. During the interview, make sure you inform us if there are any changes in your application. We will ask you about your preference regarding the age group and region in the application. But if you have selected, let's say, only primary and you will be open to also secondary, but you didn't select that option when you apply, let us know during the interview, the same as the region. We won't be asking you about the hours, how many hours you would like to have, since majority of the applicants would like to have the 24 hours, the maximum number of hours available. However, if you would like to have less hours, let's say 18, let us know. If you're flexible, the more flexible you are, the more chances you have to get a position in the program. So the more flexible you are with region and age groups, the more chances we will have a position that could fit you. But please don't select an age group or a region that you are not prepared to accept. If you are applying with another person, let us know. We consider applications or applicants that apply together to place them in the same region, but only in the Comunidad de Madrid. So only in the region of Madrid and not in the same school. There will be a time for you to ask any questions you may have at the end of the interview, but please have those prepared. And during the interview, be yourself. Okay. Now, after the interview, what happens? You finish your interview, you had your interview with us, what to expect next? We will send you a follow-up email, most likely in April. Please reply to that email according to the instructions. Sometimes the email will say to only reply if you are no longer interested in the BEDA program, or the other way around. That email is only sent, so we keep a track of everyone that we have interviewed since December. So by the time we sit and select the candidates for the program, we only consider the ones that we know they're still interested in being part of this program and have a position in the BEDA program. Keep an eye both on your inbox and spam folder. Unfortunately, sometimes our emails goes to the spam folder. If you are not considered for a position, you will be notified within a week after you had the interview with us. Please keep in mind that just because you had an interview doesn't mean you will have a position in the program. Even if you don't receive an email saying you won't be considered, you could be either placed on a waiting list or give you a position. Okay, so there are three different options after you had an interview with us. Either you receive an email informing you that you are not, your application is not going to be taken any further, and you are not going to be considered for a position. Or in April, May, you can receive a placement email or an email informing you that you have been placed on a waiting list. If you receive the email about the waiting list, you will be in that list for as long as you want, for as long as you let us know you are no longer interested. Although majority of the positions are covered between the month of May and June, we do have, every year, we have vacancies in July, August, even in September, and we contact people in that waiting list to offer those positions. If we place you on a waiting list, it means that we would like to have you in the program, but unfortunately, we don't have a position at that point to offer to you. Every year, we have more candidates that we would like to have in the program than positions available. If you've been selected for the program, you will receive a placement email. So in the same email, we will inform you that you have been selected for the program and where you are going to be doing your practicum. So the name of the school, the address of the school, the number of hours assigned, and the age group will be specified in that email. That way, you can make an informed decision about if you would like to accept the position or not. How do you confirm the position? Basically, you have to send us two documents. One is a signed pre-enrollment with the University of Comillas. In the placement email, you will find the information about the how to do this, how to do the pre-enrollment, the link that you have to follow with the University of Comillas to do the pre-enrollment, the steps that you have to take to fill in that pre-enrollment, and then how to download it, sign it, and send it to us. You must send that signed pre-enrollment together with a proof of payment of administrative fees. You can find more information about this in the frequent asked question. Remember, this is only one of payment that is done every year just to confirm your placement. And it will be the only payment that will be required to do during the school year, during the program. And it's a yearly payment. And this payment is done to confirm the position, one of payment per school year. We will recommend you to watch again the video called Legalities of Joining the BEDA program to initiate the process to request a new visa or renew your current one, if that's your case. And follow the instructions in the placement email. There will be other instructions there. It's a large email, so we ask you to please read that carefully. Now we are going to talk about the enrollment with the university. This is very important. What you've done up to now is the pre-enrollment with the university, but the enrollment must be completed before starting your practicum at the school, so you can initiate the practicum. Remember, the practicum that you are doing at the schools are directly linked to the University of Comillas course that you will be enrolled to. How do you complete that enrollment? What is next? What next? You must present to the University of Comillas a proof that you have completed your bachelor's or the graduate degree. What documents are accepted? There are four at the moment, 4 documents that you can present. Any of those will be accepted. One, the original bachelor's diploma or undergraduate diploma. Please remember, the master's diploma is not accepted. So if you have a master, the university won't accept that. You must present the bachelor's or undergraduate degree diploma. Present this to the University of Comillas here in Madrid. They will see it, make a copy, and you will have the original. You will keep the original, obviously. You could also present a notarized copy of that bachelor's degree. Remember, it must be the original notarized copy. So it has to be the one that has the original stamp and signature. If you decide to present this to the University of Comillas here in Madrid, they will keep it. You won't have it back. You will only have back your original diploma. You can also present the original transcripts if they are in a sealed envelope, or it's better, or the electronic transcripts. This is very mostly used now. The electronic transcripts are sent directly between universities. So your university sends the electronic transcript directly to the University of Comillas. For you to do this process, we will give you and provide you with an email address where those transcripts must be sent. Remember, and it's very important, PDF files or copies won't be accepted, okay? If your university degree is not in English, a sworn translation into Spanish will be required. But if it's in English, you don't have to do anything. It's accepted. So summarize that. Your original degree diploma, a notarized copy, original transcripts if they are in a sealed envelope, or the electronic transcripts that are sent directly between universities are the only 4 documents accepted by the University of Comillas for you to prove that you have completed your university degree. And only one will be needed. Once the university receives that information from you, one of those 4 documents, you will receive an email with the information about how to accept the enrollment online. That email will be sent to the email address you provide the university when you did the pre-enrollment. So make sure you check that inbox. Usually you have only a couple of days to accept the enrollment once it's ready. So keep an eye on your email regularly and follow the instructions to accept the enrollment. The instructions will be sent to you, as I said, in that email by the university. You must follow the instructions, accept the enrollment online, download your enrollment, and send it to us. Also, keep a copy of that enrollment for your own purposes. Other information. Now, there are other paperwork that you have to sign and send to us. One of those documents that we will send you are related to Social Security. As you know, all the students in the program are enrolled in Social Security, in BEDA program. So we will need a Social Security number from you, a Spanish Social Security number. If you don't have one, we will have to request that number on your behalf. So we will give you some paperwork that you have to sign. So we can request that number. And once that number is given, we'll also provide the number to you. We will give your number to you. You could also do this by yourself if you want. You could also request your Social Security number yourself. And obviously, if you have one already, you will have to provide it to us. Remember that you will have to send us the national background check or the working with children check from your country, but also you will have to present what is called here in Spain, Delitos de Naturaleza Sexual, that is a working with children check from Spain. We can request this document on your behalf, but you will have to sign a document that authorizes us to request this on your behalf, and that has to be originally signed. So we will give you instructions about this. Another document that you will sign is the Convenio de Cooperación Educativa. This is the educational agreement for you to do the practicum at the school, and it's signed by the university, by the school, and by us, and we'll have all the information about where you're going to be doing the practicum, what your monthly grant is going to be, gross payment, and the number of hours that you will be doing at the school. There are other paperwork that you will also have to sign and provide to us, such as an emergency contact number or information about the guidelines that you will receive about the program. Remember, no accommodation is provided, and that you will be paying taxes with our program. It's 4% as of today. So far, with the current taxation law, all the language assistants have that taxes back when they file the tax return, when they file taxes. Remember, if it's your only income, if you are allowed to work in Spain because you are not on a student visa and you have another income, we don't know your particular situation. We are talking about, generally speaking, if this is your only income, and as long as the taxation law doesn't change, you will have the taxes back. We file taxes around May every year for the previous year. So in May 2022, we will file taxes for 2021, and we'll give you information when time comes about this. And also you will have access to your university student card. Those cards or your card will be in the university app that you can download, and you will be able to access to it once the enrollment is completed. That's all. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any other questions that haven't been addressed today in this video, remember that you can ask those to us during the interview. Again, thank you for listening.